in order to trade effectively. Now, yesterday I mentioned one of the most significant things that can help you to trade effectively, and one of them is understanding pips. So I said understanding pips will help you to know when your broker is robbing you, or when you are making profit or when you are making losses, because losses is not calculated in terms of dollar or terms of pounds or terms of, it's calculated in pips. So that's how we know how much we are losing or how much we are making. So we need to know how many pips we have made. So I gave a calculation yesterday. If you want to know how many pips you've made for a buy position, all you do is you minus your close price from your entry price. Whatever you have will be expressed in a form like this. And then this form becomes your pips. Like I mentioned yesterday, I took time to explain that pips calculation begins from the fourth decimal. So in this situation, what we're going to have here is 92 pips, but 923 points. So now I mentioned that, okay, if we have made 923 points, and we are like 5 who traded the same, who took the same trade, took trade from here and ended here, and we all make 923 points. And I mentioned that we will all not make the same amount of dollars or pounds or euro. What we determine how much we'll make is the lot size we use. You see, the reason why lot size we change that is what we want to discuss today. So I want to talk about lot size today. And let me just give you a brief example before we go into details. Let's say, for example, you are into import or export of certain commodities. So let's say we all imported, let's say an iPhone 14. We are familiar with electronic gadgets. So let's say we imported iPhone 14, and I imported just one of the iPhone 14, and I bought one for, let's say, 1,000 USD. And we have Justice there, and Justice also bought iPhone 14, but he bought two. So he bought one for 1,000. So he bought two, that is for 2,000. So you can say he bought two quantity, I bought one quantity. And Aminu bought 5 iPhone 14. And he also bought them for 1,000. So he's simply like he bought 5 quantity for 5,000. Now, after a week, iPhone 14 appreciated to 1,500 per one. So we all began to sell off or close our position, our trade that we have just opened. Now, all of us, the market appreciated, we can all say all of us made additional $500. But the quantity we bought will determine how much we are all going to make. For example, I bought just one, I just bought one. So I'm going to make $500. Justice bought two. So it's going to make $500 times 2. That is $1,000. I mean, I bought 5. I mean, it's going to make $500 times 5. So you see, although it's appreciated by 500, 500 can be called our pips. But if 3 of us will make different amount because of the quantity we bought. So that's exactly what lot size does in the financial market. So we may all trade and make 923 points or 92 pips, but we're all going to make different amount of money because of the lot size. So what is lot size? How can we understand lot size? So that's what we want to look quickly. So I want to, in order to understand lot size, the basic thing you need to know about lot size is it's just about volume. So lot size at your MT4, what you will see in your MT4, you will not see lot size easily. What you will see is volume. So let me show you that quickly. So that's what you will see here. If you're using the piece, what you will see is volume. So you will not see lot size. Now, depending if you're using CTrader, you will see lot size. If you're using MT4 on your phone, you will see volume. If you're using MT5, you will see volume. So if anywhere you find this volume, it simply means lot size. And it's very wonderful. And like I said, it has to do with quantity you want to buy. So let's say, for example, now let's see what each of these lot sizes represent. Now, if basically there are 3 lots, basically, we have the one standard lot, then we have the 0.1 and have the 0.01, which is the most smallest lot size, 0.01. Now, one lot size simply means that one pip is equal to $10. Now, I want to take that again. If you are trading with one lot, if you are trading with one lot size, for every one pip gain, it will be equal to $10. So if you're trading with pounds, it will be equal to 10 pounds. If you're trading with euro, it will be equal to 10 euros. So let's use 1.0 lot size is represented as $10 is per pip. So let's assume you open a trade somewhere here, and then it starts moving in your favor. Just one pip move upwards gives you $10. So each pip move gives you $10. Each pip move gives you $10. So you can do the maths. 992 pips. So you're looking at one standard lot, you're looking at $10 times 92 becomes how much you would have made if you had opened this trade position with one standard lot size. I don't know if you guys are following me.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, you may be wondering why that is so, why one pip is equal to $10. Now, this is the magic. And you should be very wary of the lot size you're using to trade. And I mentioned yesterday that even if you have $20,000 to go into the market, I don't think that will be enough if you don't have a broker. Now, one standard lot represents 100,000 units of the base currency. I told you about the base currency. In every pair, the first currency is the base currency, so the second currency is the counter currency. So one standard lot represents 100,000 units of the base currency. So if you click that buy or that sell, you're simply saying, broker, go and buy me 100,000 units of the base currency. Let's give an example. Let's say for GBP USD, GBP is the base currency. So if you're trading with one standard lot, you're telling the broker, please go and buy me 100,000 GBP. For those of you who are from Nigeria, do you know how much 100,000 GBP is? You're looking at, if you're tensing, but can someone do that math for us? Convert it by 800 NGN. I want somebody to do that math and give us the answer. I want you to times 800 by 100,000. Who have done that math? Just open your mic and tell us, or just raise your hand. All right, your mic is breaking. All right, your mic is breaking. All right, that simply means, all right, 80 million. Yes, 800,000 times 800. The representation will be 80 million. So you're telling the broker to buy you commodity, to buy you GBP worth 80 million. So you now ask yourself, so if you're asking yourself, do you have 80 million naira in your trade account if you're from Nigeria? Because that's actually what you're asking the broker to buy when it is converted. But you see, the broker allows us to buy products or to buy GBP worth 100,000 because of something called leverage. So I'm going to explain why that is possible. But just know that each time you press one standard lot, buy or sell, what you actually bought is 100,000 pounds. That is the worth of the position you are holding. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but it should not only excite you, it should also make you wary. It should make you wary because it simply means that you're putting something very huge in the market, putting 100,000 pounds. That's what you're buying. So imagine when you open one standard lot, 2, 3, 4. So if you have 4 places, it simply means you've bought 400,000 pounds. In Naira, 80 million times 4. Well, that's how volume works in the market. So this volume can work for you or it can work against you. So if you had opened that position and then it's going in your favor, every pip will be $10, but every pip against you will still be $10 against you. And trust me, pip just move so fast. So in few minutes, you can have your account blown. In few minutes, you can also become a Forex millionaire. But when you are the one that will choose the kind of die you want to die. Nobody, I'm your instructor, but I'm not going to tell you the lot size to trade. My responsibility is to show you why you should not take unnecessary risk, because it doesn't, there is no certainty in the Forex market. There are probabilities that it can either go in your favor or even against you. I did an example one day while I was having a Zoom class like this. And I told my friends who I'm having this class with that, look, even if an angel from God, or anyone I believe in, maybe a prophet, comes to tell me that, look, this market is going to go upwards. So let's say something like this. Let's say as we have in this case here, and I was told, so I was told that at this point, the market was going to appreciate from here up until this point, and I was told for a certainty. I will still not trade with a huge lot size. I will still trade with a lot size that I can afford to lose. The reason is because I understand that there is no certainty in Forex trading. That the same way the lot works in your favor, it can also work against you. How fast it will take you to make $1 million is how fast it will take you to also lose $1 million. So guys, I'm trying to emphasize this because I want you to be wary about the kind of lot sizes you should make, you should use in your trading. Be patient. Making profit in the financial market will come progressively. If you master the skill set, use the strategy you're going to be learning in day 4 and day 5, which is tomorrow and the next. Guys, if you follow it consistently, you will make profit. You cannot make all the profit in the market in a single day. So now let's look at the next lot size is 0.1. Now 0.1, a pip of 0.1 is equal to $1. So let's say you come here, this is the volume. So you change it to 0.1. This is 0.1. So if I click buy, please, or I click sell, it simply means for every pip that goes in my favor, every single pip that goes in my favor, as you can see this market here, and this market decides to move, and it moved from here to here, most likely 1 pip. I'm going to make $1. If I sell, if you keep coming, every single pip as it keep coming down, I'm going to be making $1. So from here to here, I may end up making $10, $20, $30. If here is 30 pips, I'll make $30. If here is 40 pips, I'm going to make $40. Now, if I sold and it goes against me, and goes against me for also 40 pips, I'm also going to lose $40. So each person will choose his die. Of course, we're going to teach you how to set your stop loss. You should put your stop loss in parity with your account balance. You should also take your take profit in parity with your strategy and the nature of the market. But the point is, be wary of the lot size you're using to trade. No matter how confident the strategy is, don't risk more than you can afford to lose. How fast it takes to make profit is how fast it takes to make loss. I'm sounding that as a warning because profit making is very exciting. And you don't want to lose too because it's not funny. So why that is so is because 0.1 represents 10,000 units of the base currency. So for instance, if we're still using GBP USD, GBP being the base currency. So if you use 0.1 lot, you're simply saying the broker should open 10,000, should buy you or sell you 10,000 GBP. That's what that simply means, that the broker should buy you 10,000 GBP. And that's not funny, guys. So please be very careful. If you, let's say, for example, you have an account of $100, for example, or $1,000, and you're trading with 0.1. So it simply means you are buying more than you have in your equity. If you have $1,000 and you open 0.1, it simply means you are trading your account by 10 times. If you have $100 and you're opening 0.1, you're trading your account by 100 times. So you should know the risk you should be using on your car. We're going to show you that, of course, if you have $1,000, there is nothing wrong using 0.1, okay, because of risk management. But the point is, knowing that it is worth 10,000 units of the base currency should make you to be careful when selecting your lot sizes. Now, the next lot size is 0.01. This is the least lot size in the currency market. Now, 0.01 represents 1,000 units of the base currency. So, same thing, GBP USD, if you're using 0.01 as the opening lot, sorry, this is an error. So, as the opening lot, it simply means that you're buying or selling 1,000 units of GBP. So, imagine your account of, even if it's $10, you can actually trade, but you're going to trade with 0.01. So, once you click that buy position, you actually bought 1,000 USD or 1,000 pounds or 1,000 euro, depending on what is the base currency. So when you just have a $10 account or a $100 account, I don't think you should be comfortable. So because you are not comfortable with your position, it should make you to be careful when selecting the lot size. Don't over leverage. The broker who gave you this $1,000 to be trading with, even though you only had $10 in your equity, is not a fool. The broker who gave you $10,000 when you're trading with 0.01 is not a fool. Assuming you traded with one lot size and we made 923 points, let's see how much we would have made. If we have traded with one lot size, I want all of us to do this calculation and each person will give me the answer. So we traded with one lot size, a pip is equal to $10. Let's see how many we are here, okay. A pip is equal to $10 and we made 92 pips. How much would we have made? So it's as good as saying we are times 10 times 9, 92. We would have made 920. But this calculation will not be correct. The calculation will not be correct. So this is how the calculation should be. I was mentioning yesterday about fraction. The higher the lot size, it becomes important that we count the fraction. So let's say we made 0.00923. Now we are saying, what lot size did we use to trade? We traded with one lot size. And we said one lot size, a pip of one lot size is equal to $10. Now we cannot just write 10 here. It will not work. If you do that maths, you get a wrong answer. Now, but we know the value of one lot size. Now, one lot size is equal to 100,000 units of the base currency. So we are going to times it by 100,000. Now, when we times it by 100,000, whatever we get becomes the profit we would have made if we have made 923 points trading with one lot size. So let's do that math together. So we're having 0.00923 times 100,000. So guys, you see how much we made there? We made 923 pips. Are you guys following me? There are a few persons here that are distracting us. Each time they come in, I end up leaving the screen to go mute them, and that's annoying and causing a lot of distraction for me too. So a little ado, if you get signed out, once you come in, just mute your mic. All right, so this is how to calculate it. If I had done, okay, because one lot size is equal to $10. So for the next slot, we said we have a 0.1, which we said a pip is equal to $1. And Mr. B also made 923 points. So we're also going to express this again, 0.00923. For this time, they are trading with one lot size, which is 0.1 lot size, which is equal to 10,000. So let's do that math and see the answer we are going to have. So let's see the answer we are going to have. So 10,000. So what we're going to be having there is 92.3. 92.3. So let's do for the last person, which is 0.01. We say 0.01 is equal to 1,000 units of the base currency. So we also made the same 923 points, and we are times it by 1,000, which is the equivalent of 0.01. So how much would we have made? So let's calculate again. So would have made 9.23. Now, guys, this is the secret behind forex trading. So you see, these three guys went into business. They find the same trade opportunity. They click buy or sell at the same time. They close all the trade at the same time. They all made 923 pips, all of them. 923 points, 92 pips, all of them. But guys, look at the difference. They made different amount of profit. Why this first guy made a whooping $923, the second guy made 92, and the last made $9. So, and the difference is very clear, guys. The reason was because of their lot size, was because of their volume. So volume will either make you or volume will mar you. The same volume, the same way if they had lost the trade, this first guy would have lost $923. This would have lost $92. This would have lost $9. So that's why you can say, this guy has been trading for many years, he's not making money. Lot size. This guy has been trading and he has just made marvelous amount of money in the market. Lot size. This guy has been trading. He just started trading yesterday and he blew his account today. Lot size. So lot size can either mar you or can make you. So I choose to call it die. So I will say you choose your die by yourself. You choose how you want to die. You also choose how you want to live. But my encouragement is follow the procedure. You see, each account size have a stipulated lot size you should use. So if you do that, then you're gonna last longer in this market and also make money as the rest of us do. All right, so what makes it possible for you to even be trading what is called 1,000 units of the base currency or 10,000 units of the base currency, even when you don't have up to $1,000, it is in what is called leverage. Now, leverage is the use of borrowed money called capital to invest in a currency, stock, or security. Now, what it simply means that the broker is borrowing you money so that you can open larger position in the currency market. Don't think you're wiser than the broker. Trust me, you will never lose a broker's money. You will never, ever lose a broker's money. So don't think when the brokers borrow you this money, you can go and take unnecessary risk and then think the broker will be the one who will bear the burden. Brokers never ever lose. Now let me give you an example. If you are in Zambia, you must have heard about the boats. If you are in Nigeria, okay. If this locks us out, just reconnect immediately. I think we'll be logged out in 1 minute. So I'm ending it and I'm going to start it again. Is that okay, guys? So just join back in 1 minute. All right. All right, so guys, so I was talking about the leverage and I was explaining why it is impossible for you to lose a broker's money. So you cannot conclude that simply because the broker allows you to trade a certain thousands of dollars, while you just have $100, $200, $1,000 and you're trading $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. It doesn't mean that the broker is a fool, or you can just go and take unnecessary risk and expect the broker to pay the damage. No, that's not possible. Now this is how it works. Now let's say you happen to be working or doing business with these transport agencies like the Uber, for example. And let's say you go to Uber and you get a car. from Uber, and that car is worth, let's say, $100, for example. And Uber can't just give you a car. Now, the company Uber is like the forex broker, and they have a car. So forex broker have the equity, the leverage to give to you. But they are saying before we give you a car, you must invest a certain amount of money. So let's say you must invest at least, sorry for that. So Uber is saying, before we give you car worth 100 USD, at least you must bring in money to the table. At least you must come with $10. That's the minimum before we can give you a car worth $100. So car worth $100. Then your investment is $10. So that's very clear. Now they give you that car, you start riding. Now let's say you go out, you pick some clients or who are also called passengers, and they paid you something like $2. They paid you $2. So let's say you made a profit of $2. Profit of $2. Now Uber is saying, well, so automatically your investment have increased from 10 to 12. Are you guys following? Are you guys following me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So your investment, yeah. So remember, the car is worth $100. Your investment is $2. So they are allowing you to drive a car worth $100 with just $10. So it's like saying you have $10 in your equity, but your opening position, okay, let me change this to 1,000 so that it will make sense. So the car is worth $1,000, but actually your investment was just $10. Now you went, you drove, you got a passenger, that means you traded with 0.01, which is worth $1,000. So you made $2 profit. So now the broker is seeing your capital now, which is your investment, as $12. Now again, you went out and trade and you lost $5, for example. Remember, your initial investment here is 12. So if you lost $5, it simply means that here will change to 7. Now what that simply means is, while driving that car, he went and spoiled the side mirror. And to repair that side mirror, because the car is $1,000 car, to repair that side mirror is $5. It is from your money, this is your $12 that you have here, that this Uber company will use and repair this car. So they will go and repair this car. Since you've lost $5, they will go and remove it from here. So here will now turn to 7. Again, you continue driving that car. Somehow, the tire get burst. And to repair that tire is $3. That means you have caused a damage of $3. Again, to this car worth of $1,000. That is to say, your trade again has his stop loss. Now, it is not from this their money they will use and repair the car. They will also start from here and repair the car. So they're going to minus it. So they will minus it. So you'll be having $4 left. In your eye, you are still driving a car of $1,000. You have forgotten that currently you are about to be liquidated. All right, so let's say you drive again, you made profit of $10. Let me take it up a bit. So you pick passengers and you made money. What the Uber company will do is they will turn here to 14 for you. So that's what the broker does, change here to 14. And now, unfortunately for you, another car hits your front and the car gets burned. So you need a panebita to straighten the car. So the damage you've caused to the car is also worth $12. So they're not going to remove it again from here. They're going to remove it from here. So you'll be having $2 left. Now, as you are driving that car, this is the final stage. Somehow, a big tipper comes face to face. As they are climbing you, damage of $1 is caused. They are climbing you. Once you spoil something, once the trailer causes a damage of $2, this Uber company will automatically come from nowhere, an invisible hand will off the car and move their motor away. So you cannot cause a damage that is more than $2. So the moment you cause that damage of $2, they will off the car, remove their car, carry this your $2 here that you have here, use and repair the car. So here will be 0, 0, here will be 0. So you are not causing any damage. You don't have any investment. They will just collect back their car. Guys, did you follow that explanation? So what we are saying is, even though they are giving you this car worth of $1,000 to drive because you had an investment of $10, once you cause a damage that is bigger than $10, they off the car, they turn off the car and collect back their car. So although the broker allow you to trade with $10,000, $100,000, $1,000, you cannot lose more than you have invested. So you can only lose what you have invested. You can't lose more than you have invested. So that is the power of leverage. So don't over leverage. Okay, don't say because the broker gave me a car worth of $10,000, I had just $10. I should not be driving and be hitting people's car on the road. After all, the car is not my own. Don't forget, you cannot spoil something worth more than $10. You cannot lose more than $10. The only thing you can lose is $10. The moment you want to lose more than $10, they off your car and take back the car. So that's how leverage works. Now, this is how we get our leverage in the market. Whenever you're opening any trade account, the broker will ask you, how many leverage do you want? That is to say, what if you are coming with $10, they are asking you, how much do you want us to give you to start trading with? So it's in your hand to decide how much leverage you want them to give you. And that's why those of us who trade prop firm will say, those companies are so greedy, they are so stingy with giving us leverage. So they can give you $20,000 account, but they give you one rubbish leverage, maybe 1:3. Now, what this leverage, whenever you're creating an account, means is you're telling them to times this 1:500 simply means 1 is simply the equity you're funding. So this one could be $10. So 1:500 could represent, let's just have it as they are saying 1, which is your equity. 10, let's say you have $100 is to, so when they say is to 500, you're simply telling them to times this your $100 by 500. That's what you want as your equity. That's how much you want to borrow. So whatever you have here in front is how much you want them to times the amount you're funded. So 1:500 simply means you want them to times whatever you fund by 500. 1:300 simply means you wanted to times how much you have fund by 300. 1:20, you wanted to times how much you have fund by 20. So let's take, for example, someone who did 1:500 and he funded $100. This is how much the broker will actually have given to him. So let's say you have something like $100 times 500. So the broker would have given you $50,000 because you use 1:500. If you had used 1:1000, so it simply means that the broker would have given you $100,000. So guys, you see, it is in your hand to tell the broker how much money they should borrow you. But don't forget, you will not lose more than this $100, even though they gave you $100,000 to be trading with. So because of this leverage, you can see now that it is easier for you to open 0.01, which is equal to 1,000, and you will not have any problem because the broker borrowed you 100,000. It is easier for you to open 0.1, which is equal to 10,000, because the broker gave you 100,000. You can even open that one lot size and nothing will happen because the broker borrowed you 100,000. Guys, do you understand this? Do you understand this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're following.
All right. So this is the dynamics. This is why people can actually trade with different lot sizes, even though they have small amount. So here is the warning, or here is the advice: don't over leverage. For me, I prefer using just 1:500 at maximum, or sometimes 1:600. If you over leverage, the broker will allow you. But the beauty when you maintain a good leverage is, if, for example, you are having, let's say you have $100 and you're using like let's say 1:20. So it simply means you're timesing. Let's say you're having 1:20. 1:20. I'm giving you an example now. So it simply means you are timesing your 100 by 20. I want to show you a small magic. 1:20. So you're timesing your 100 by 20. Simply means that the equity your broker will be giving you is 2,000. That is the equity your broker will be giving you. This simply automatically means that you cannot trade with one lot size, because one lot size is equal to 100,000. So whenever you open one lot size, the broker will tell you not enough money. Whenever you open one lot size, the broker will tell you not enough money, because the money you have in your account is $100. Because you choose 1:20, it's automatically $2,000. Whereas someone else with the same $100 will open this one standard lot and it will open because of his leverage. So that is why some ignorant persons will begin to say, my broker is bad, they don't used to allow me to open one lot size. He didn't select the proper leverage. So if you select the proper leverage, but when you have a small leverage like this, that is, your leverage will be protecting you. So for example, let's say you go and open also 0.1, which is also equal to 10,000, which is equal to 10,000. If you open the 0.1 with leverage of 1:20, they will still not allow you, because 10,000, which is the unit you're buying or selling, is bigger than the leverage the broker has given you. So you see that they will be protecting you, but they will not allow you to over leverage. So you cannot risk too much in your account. The only thing you can open now and be successful is when you open 0.1 or 0.02. That's the maximum you can open, 0.02 or 0.01. So if 0.01 is equal to 1,000 unit of the base currency, it simply means 0.02 is equal to 2,000 units of the base currency. And since your capital is equal to 2,000, you can open it. So this is the power of leveraging. So guys, don't over leverage. When you're opening your account, be wary of the leverage you're using so that you can protect your account. If you're also trading with robot, don't use excessive leverage. Because especially when you're using the martingale kind of robot, excessive leveraging can hamper or even damage your account. Now we have gone over time because I was trying to ensure that you get this. So let's see if we have 10 minutes. Let me go quickly into the MT4 platform so that tomorrow we can begin with our high probability strategy that I want to share with you that can allow you to make profits from the financial market. So do you have that 10 minutes? Because we have exhausted our time. If you have that 10 minutes, please open your mic. Let me be sure.
Question, sir.
All right, ask your question.
Okay, let's say you have a $10 account. So while choosing a leverage, is a leverage of 1:100 okay, or is it still too much?
Okay, it's not too much. On the normal, I think 1:500 is the common leverage we use. You understand? It's not too much. But what we are saying is, please don't over. In fact, whenever you want to leverage, use your calculator and times it. Do you get me, Ahmed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So on a rough, just be using 1:500. Because like at least 1:500.
Okay.
Yeah, so that you at least you have enough equity, because for a $10 account, if you use 1:100, you will not be having enough equity. $10, so we're saying times 100. So roughly you'll be having, I think roughly you'll be having 1,000. So that will be the equity the broker will give you, and it can only open 0.011 position. Of course, it's normal. That's how it should be. Okay, but just use 1:500, so you just have enough equity. For any reason you want to open a second position, the broker can allow you. Yeah, so because with that
Okay,
one
man.
is, yeah, because with that 1:500, you'll be having 5,000. So just be using 1:500. Now, when you're doing prop firm trading, they will limit you to 1:13, 1:20, 1:30. You can manage that because you've already understood this expression. So take this information to the bank. Even people who will teach you about lot sizing, we just tell you that one lot size, a pip is equal to $10. This is equal to this. They don't even understand the volume associated with these lot sizes, and also how this leverage affects your equity that you're trading with. Most persons don't understand it. So I'll just take that to the bank. So a consensus, we've rounded up our time. So 9 p.m. Do you have 10 minutes? Else we'll push it to tomorrow. Simply means tomorrow we'll be starting with the MT4 before we go into our strategy. So do you have 10 minutes? So no one speak. So it simply means let's call it, let's stick to time schedule and call it a day. But actually we are supposed to do the MT4 today. I was supposed to take you around the MT4 platform and show you around the MT4 how to use the various tools that we have at the MT4, how to understand the navigator window, understand the market watch, the terminal window, the tools, how to pick them, how to get the various indicators and things like that. So, well, let's leave that. So, all right, guys, do you have any question? If you have any question, please indicate.
Yes, sir. One last thing, sir.
All
I
right.
got confused at the moment, but please could you just come about the whole calculation of the leverage? How to calculate it for the equity? I got lost.
Okay. All right. So, let's see if another person have any other questions, and I'll just answer them together. Since we are few, I can easily call your name. Aminu, Usman, do you have question? Rufai, do you have question?
No, sir, no, sir.
All right, so let's go into the leverage calculation again. So this is how it works. We can test too. So we are saying, for example, let's say you have $100, for example, that you funded on your trading account. And let's say you use 1:500, which simply means that your broker times that 100, your broker times that 100 by 500. So you're having a whooping sum of, let's calculate that to see what the broker has just given to you. We're saying you're having, so you are having $50,000 chilling in your accounts. So your $100,000, the brokers have borrowed you $49,900. That's huge. By the explanation of leverage, we're saying the broker will not allow you spend or lose more than this your $100. This your $49,900 I borrowed you. You cannot lose $1 out of it. You cannot lose 1 cent out of it. So take that to the bank. And I gave you an explanation of someone who is riding Uber. The Uber company gave you a car worth $50,000. And let's say you are driving that car because you think, oh, you've paid them $100. You cannot drive their car anyhow you like. The moment you are driving that car, before you will spoil something worth more than $100, they will collect the car from you. So let's say you are driving, far be it someone have an accident. Let's say your tire burst, the tire is worth $50. the side mirror boss scattered is worth $40, you're already losing $90, remaining 10. They'll still leave you to be driving the car because they will remove $10 from here and repair the car. So it's simply saying when you're trading, if you lose $50, find the broker, remove it from here. You lose again $40, the broker remove it from here, you're having $10 loss. Once you open a trade and the trade is counting for you, the moment you lose $10, they close everything. So the broker will not allow you to lose this your $100 and lose $1 out of their 49,900. Ahmed, did you get that?
Yes, sir, I'm getting it.
Yeah. So don't go and drive rough because maybe you funded, you checked your leverage, you times the equity you have by the leverage, and you see, oh, I have big money. Don't go and drive rough. The broker will not allow you lose more than you have funded. They only borrowed you this money because they realize that the minimum amount that you need to trade is $1,000 because 0.01 is equal to 1,000 units of the base currency. So on your own, you will not have traded the forex market because you don't even have up to $1,000. So they gave you this loan, they magnify your money. So they appear to be like your sponsor when you're living a certain country or moving out. The receiving country will ask you for your sponsor. So you're going to present, the broker serves as your sponsor. They tell the financial market, look, this person we are asking to trade have over $50,000 in his account, even though he is just putting the stake of $10. Okay, so, but you cannot lose more than your initial capital. So don't go driving off because you have huge equity. All right. Does that answer your question? So.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
All right. So we're going to stop here for today. So tomorrow is a D-Day where we're going to learn about the different strategy that we're going to be using. I call it the high probability strategy. I'm going to show you how it works. I've backtested it, been using it for years, and it's very efficient. And I believe thus far, you too can use it and you make money for free for yourself, for your family, and for your loved ones. So just make sure you tie in early tomorrow and we got this cruise going. So, but remember, we're going to start from the MT4 platform because you cannot trade if you don't understand the MT4, because you're going to be trading from the MT4, either from phone or from PC. So it's my responsibility to show you around the MT4. And if there is time, also show you around the trading view before we hit the strategy. So, all right, I've taken note of those who are in class today and yesterday. It's only those, no new person can join us for the strategy class. So I will send you a personal link on WhatsApp. I will drop a message. So for those who are in this class, so you send a direct message and you'll be moved into a Telegram group. Is that okay? Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so good night, everyone, and thank you for being part of today's class. I hope you got value
Thank you
from
very
today's
much.
class.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, take care then.